Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Caffeinated or Die. I am, of course, Antoine, and I have with me my co-host Sparky from Sparky's Tech Corner, and the lovely Cassie. Say her good morning, everyone.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still behind bars. I'm finally out.
I was gonna say you finally were able to file through those boils, weren't you?
Well, I mean, my teeth aren't sharp for no reason. Metal tastes very bad. Give me just a second, folks. Much better, much better. Good morning, everyone. I am finally out of Twitter jail just in time for this show. And before we start, what is everyone drinking this morning?
I actually just have Coke this morning.
I've got my usual cocktail of coffee, monsters, and Coca-Cola.
And I am drinking, believe it or not, just a fancy vanilla Coke. So I'm doing just fine.
I can't stand vanilla Coke.
I love vanilla Coke.
Blasphemy.
I tried drinking it. It's just, I just can't get past it. It leaves an aftertaste.
Well, let's say good morning to the chat, shall we? Before I rail on Sparky for not liking vanilla Coke. Good morning, Damiana. Good morning, KG, Ishtar, Buzz, Lo-Fi. How's it going? A quick hello before she leaves. Well, okay. Goodbye, Lo-Fi.
Bye, Lo, sweetheart.
Fermion is here, and we have Buzz.
Morning, Buzz.
Morning,
Thank you for
everyone.
the sub.
Oh, and Absolute Crisis is here as well. Good morning, Crisis.
Morning.
Starting to roll.
Fermion's got a new nickname for me in
Uh-oh.
Discord.
Oh, Jesus.
What
is
the
it?
nickname?
Come on.
His name is Mr. Hammer.
Mr. Hammer.
Yeah, it seems like his way of fixing anything is with a hammer.
Oh, that's my philosophy at work, and it normally does work, so.
No, he was trying to tell me to fix my computer with a hammer this morning.
Well, that's kind of what I do with computers. You know, anything electronic, I just tend to smash things, and it works.
Oh, God.
How's it going, Tinfoil Frog? So, all right. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Since
I do agree, Firm. I do. Computers, my machine. As long as you can threaten it with the hammer, it's good.
See, and even Buzz says he usually threatens his, and it starts working. Numbskulls in the chat now again. Good morning, everyone. So let's talk about this week, shall we? How's your week been?
Well, I can agree with the hammer part, but not for fixing stuff. For Sonnet drivers.
Well, see, certain drivers can be fixed with a hammer, right? You just swing hard enough and they stop talking.
And pretty much. I mean, that's about the only way to fix stupid.
And she's back.
Yes, I think my internet slightly dropped there for just a second. Sorry about that, guys.
I thought you just didn't, you were so offended by Sparky not liking vanilla Coke that you decided to leave.
Shh! You weren't supposed to let that on. Jeez, Antoine. Tact.
Wait, Tinfoil Frog says Baked Alaska went maximum traitor. Are you talking about how he doxed Andy Walski? I mean, I know that happened this week. I was on the cunt stream talking about. Well, I was on the cunt stream listening about it. I didn't say much because I think it's one of the only things I really don't give a shit about. Like, I care that he got doxed. I think that's bullshit. If Baked Alaska really did that, but I don't. The drama between Baked Alaska and Andy Walski and the Kumite and all that. It's not something and a lot more. Okay, well, there was a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I followed enough that to know that the Zoom idiot that came on apparently is a pedophile.
What?
Yeah. Wait. Baked. What? See, I don't follow Baked Alaska. I don't know what the pepper spray incident is. Somebody's had an interesting week compared to me. My week was fucking boring.
No, according to that, compared to this, mine was too.
I don't know, I caught one part of the Kumite this week, and that was failure getting pissed off as keyboard. I thought that was hilarious. There's somebody made a fucking compilation out of it. They put "We Will Rock You" with him beating the fuck out of his keyboard. I thought it was funny.
So let's do a quick update since I only have scant 8 days left. My GoFundMe is actually up to, where is it? Up to $29.58. So I appreciate everyone that has donated. If I'm going to put the link in the chat, if you guys could spread it around still, that would be great. Like I said, 8 days left. Well, I have 8 days left to get out. More or less, I'm going to be ending the GoFundMe in probably about 5 or 6. Let's see. Clausen says all y'all need to know about Baked in one sentence. He's a fake who doxes his opponents, including family members. They're done. Can we move on? Yes, please. Can we move on?
Jesus Christ!
Yes, we
I
can.
can't stand people fucking bringing up people's families into something.
Yes.
It's a
Well,
little low.
so let's talk about some fun stuff first, shall we?
Oh, definitely.
Sparky, you said something about a monkey earlier before we started.
Yes. To anyone here who doesn't know who Leonard French is, he is a copyright attorney, I believe, for the state of Pennsylvania. I might be wrong on that one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, he likes to go over court documents and things that happens in different court. That's what his channel's about. And him and another person were talking about a court case that happened back in got started back September of last year between PETA and a photographer. And the case was about PETA was suing this photographer because the photographer taught a macaque monkey how to take a selfie. And the way PETA was going after it was trying to advocate for animal rights. And they were trying to sue the photographer for copyright infringement because he was infringing on the monkey's copyright. Because technically in photography, whoever snaps the picture is the owner of that copyright. And that is legally the term of it. However, a macaque's not a person.
No, I heard about this. Good morning, Terry.
Morning, Terry.
Damiana says it's like 2 years old news. No, well, the case started 2 years ago.
The case is still going on.
It's still going on.
Here's the best thing about the whole deal. PETA and the photographer came to an arrangement of the photographer's got to pay 25% of the funds to animal rights groups or to whatever group PETA wants. So they're trying to dismiss the case. Here's the most justifiable thing in this whole deal. The courts are not dismissing it because the courts believe it's a bullshit matter and they want to clearly state that animals do not have any copyrights at all. And they're seeing this through to the end to make a presidents. So PETA's trying to dip the fuck out and the court system's not letting them.
Good. They're the one who started this. Let them keep going.
Yep. But that's about the that's about the gist of it. If you want to know more about it, go check out Leonard French at his channel. He's really, I mean, he's very knowledgeable in what he does. He mainly does copyrights and patent claims, all that other good stuff. He helps a lot with YouTube stuff as well. So if you have any questions about, like, if you're doing something on YouTube and you don't know if it infringes on fair use or on copyrights, go hit him up and ask him. He'll be more than glad to help you out.
All right. Well, okay. Now, if I was working OBS, I would make a intro for this, but we're just going to call it Cassie Rages moment.
Oh,
So,
man, I have my own segment now.
strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Cassie found something very fun to talk about. No, I'm going to let you take the reins. Go ahead.
I know. Calm down, Jesus Christ. So it started off, we've got sent an article in the Discord channel about how there's a professor of education at Stanford University arguing that Dungeons and Dragons perpetuates white privilege. White male privilege.
Now, I looked into that article. The problem is that the actual article was hidden behind a paywall. What you found, though, was another thesis that wasn't. Now, we're not talking about the D&D article here. We're talking about an actual thesis. What's the?
Okay.
Let me read the abstract to give everybody a headache, and then I will go back to then we'll jump into it. Okay, so this thesis explores identity, gender, sexuality, and race within live action roleplay, a game format designed in an impromptu theater style. My goal was to assess the ways in which sexism, racism, and hypersexuality pervade contemporary forms of entertainment, and to imagine ways in which game spaces can be reimagined to be more inclusive. Using participant observation, I investigated the experience of live-action roleplay and documented my followings in field notes. I discussed my observations in relation to experts on the subject of identity, play gamer theory, feminist theory, and critical race theory. I contend in this thesis that games, including live-action roleplay games, are not free from societal oppression, but that interactive games such as live-action roleplay can offer creative ways in which to negotiate and navigate social oppression.
Okay. So just to straighten this out, the thesis we are talking about is not from the professor, of which I finally have the article that they were talking about. That's going to be a video later, I promise. We are talking about a student who did a 75-page thesis on how gender, sexuality, and race are portrayed in game spaces of live-action roleplay.
Now, for those of you in the chat who do not know what live-action roleplay is, it's LARPing. There's a specific... What they're talking about is Vampire the Masquerade, which is actually called Mind's Eye Theater. For those of you who are gamer nerds and don't know what that is, instead of using dice to do everything and writing down on a piece of paper, you have a character sheet, and everything that you do is done by playing paper, rock, scissors. It's fun. You get to dress up like your character. You get to pretend to be your character. You get to walk around a space, and if it's a big enough space, you get to add things to it. Good morning, Opal. Oh God, Opal's in the chat.
Good morning, Opal. So
anyway, continue on.
So yes, she decides to go into Vampire the Masquerade. Now, she only does, if I remember the thesis, because I could not bring myself to reread this again. She does, I do believe, 4 sessions. She goes to 2 or 3 that are a local group, and then she actually goes to the big con that happens down in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, there are 4 chapters to this, and Antoine actually asked me yesterday where he needed to start. The first chapter describes exactly what the thesis is supposed to be about, and there's a part I'm going to read here in a second. Second one discusses, of course, the history of live-action roleplay, and then we get into the meat. But within the first paragraph, oops, pulled up the wrong article. There we go. We already have something that I knew I was going to have to discuss this for this.
Do you want me to bring up the? Do you want me to screen share the thesis?
Yeah, you can. I'll just read through what I've got. Oh, but this is so cringeworthy. I'm on page 14. Yeah, 14.
Page 14.
Yeah, right. Starting with another reason. Because this is bad. This is where it started. Because I was reading through this, trying to figure out how she was going to do this, because I wasn't 100% sure. I always keep an open mind whenever anything, a thesis, an article, any sort of search study is done on gaming, because sometimes they actually do them correctly. Sometimes they are very concise about it, and they actually accurately portray exactly what's going on. Then you have this. She lists herself as a gamer.
I'm on page 14.
Yeah, hold on. Make sure you're at the right spot. No, wait. Oh, God, no, you're not on the right spot at all. Oh, Jesus, I may as well screen share mine instead.
Screen share yours.
You're going to see all of my porn. Damn it. Okay.
As long as it's covered up, I don't have to worry about it.
Any selfies?
No, those are in. Once again, those are in a folder. That very privileged few get to see. I mean, come on. Okay, hold on.
As long as it's not 69 gigabytes of it.
Really? Wow.
Yes, I went there, Cassie.
Yes, you did.
No, numbskull, she doesn't want a bone. Ha, ha, ha. Do you have like a book of just skeleton puns that you have next to you?
Probably. He probably has an entire list, and with every person that he meets, he remakes that list and then starts marking them off as he does them to make sure he doesn't reuse them too frequently.
All right, you're all set.
All right, so this is what pulled me in. She listed herself as a gamer. Okay, we all say we're a gamer at this point. It's cool. But this one, another reason I've committed myself to this project is that I am not only a gamer, but a feminist gamer. So much work has been done on the negative portrayals of women in video games. Much of the conclusions drawn in this work seem self-evident when one so much as watches a commercial for a video game on television. Women are portrayed in stereotypical roles, often representing harmful stereotypes about women. In fact, video games capitalize on harmful stereotypes. Many of the covers for video games themselves depict scantily clad women in positions of subservience. Sexuality is emphasized. Often the male leads will have sexual intercourse with or a relationship with a minor female character, if only to titillate the audience and sell more games.
Oh no, sex happened between the male protagonist that you've been playing for 30 hours and a female. I'm sorry, was it supposed to be a male and a male? Because I mean, that would have been okay, right?
Doesn't some of these feminists know that some of these games are also designed by females? That there's actually some females that, perhaps enjoy stuff like that?
That's the problem, is a lot of the times when they actually come out in articles, thesis, studies, things like that, they are going to say all of this stuff about it.
I know how to solve the problem of this thesis right now. You said when these articles come out. Well, the problem is they haven't come in a long time, and that's what the problem is.
But they won't. They don't want to. They're like the opposite of MGTOW. They don't want men.
Yes, they're called feminists.
Yeah, exactly. I know that. Jesus. I just had this talk about MGTOW yesterday. Do not make me mad. I have a video to send you if you do.
Oh God.
Opal, there are games that have that. It's called Dragon Age. One of the main side characters that can only be wooed if you are a female.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you also got games out there that allow you to do it any which way, like Sims and was Fable. You can portray stuff like that in those games.
Fable keeps a track record on how much you've done it, with who, what your sexual orientation is. Statistics that I would really love to know in real life as well. Damn, Fable.
No, we don't. No, those statistics I will not reveal. You just continue on. Thesis. Read the thesis.
95% male, 5% female. There you go.
You bumped my numbers up. I'm impressed.
Oh, those are your numbers, Antoine.
Those are not my numbers.
No. Okay. Much has been written on the harmful stereotypes regarding people of color as well. People of color are rarely featured as main characters and are often portrayed as villains or street thugs. When they are given more screen time and not portrayed as villains, they are often considered exotic or the bearer of some esoteric power of knowledge, incomprehensible but useful to the white protagonist.
Gee. Oh no. There's a white protagonist. Oh my God. The world is over.
So that is the start. That was in the first set, and that's what really started the rage.
No, I got a claim to make right now. My skin color is grease. And oil.
So wait, so you're saying you're black?
No. No.
Antoine, he's like you. He's black where it counts.
Well, he is 6'5".
Nah. I'm not that well endowed. I'm sorry. I wish I was. I'm not.
Sparky, we're broadcasting this. It's permanent.
You think I care?
Sparky, talk yourself up, man.
I give no fucks.
Don't just come out and say something like that. It gets put out there, and people will not let it go.
I mean, you're also probably going to get bombarded with pics, or it didn't happen. So then you're going to have to send out a lot of unsolicited dick pics. I mean,
that's not going to happen.
You know what? Are we really talking about this? All right.
We are.
I have a very elite group of people that I have sent something like that to. It's a very small number. You can count it on one hand. I don't just go around sending them out to everyone. See, Clausen said it right. Sparky, the internet never forgets, man. What are you doing to yourself?
I said I'm not as big as I want. I didn't give you a size. You don't know. I might be 1 foot long, and that's not big enough for me.
You said your words were you were not well endowed.
I'm not well endowed. That's in my own statement.
Well, it depends on what he perpetuates as the idea of quote unquote well endowed.
I'd never give you guys a size.
Exactly. See? Plus, we don't know what he considers well endowed. It's not an idealistic thing.
You
It's
gotta
your
remember,
problem.
Antoine, you're the one that said I left 200-pound tires, and that is true.
So what, Sparky? It's 10 inches from the floor.
Guys, we are not going into a dick measuring contest.
Anyway,
no.
We were talking thesis. We're talking about the thesis.
Yes,
we're going to continue talking about this stupid thesis. We're not talking about Sparky's dick. We're not going to be doing that. See, Ishtar wants to know a number. See,
I was gonna say,
this is what you started. You started this.
Jesus.
Roll a d20 and use their imagination.
Fermion, Royce, we're going to get back onto the thesis. I promise. Just go, thesis, go.
Well, you need to pull the research questions. That's the next part.
I thought you was screen sharing it.
Oh my god! Then I will, because I didn't want to. Fine, I will keep screen sharing. I will do your job.
You know what?
Hey.
Fine. I have to find him again.
You know what? I'm already on it. God, at least someone came prepared today.
I woke up like 15 minutes ago. Shut up.
I don't want to hear it from you.
There they are.
I've already got it.
Oh my god.
Pay attention.
There.
Anyway, so the second chapter of this whole thing just discusses the stupidity of the basics on the history.
Yes, Ishtar. I agree with Ishtar. Cassie needs a spanking and they want to watch.
Okay, who's going to delve it out then? There's a line probably. Who's at the front?
Well, I would think I'm in the front since I'm here.
I don't know. See, spanking me is a privilege that's earned, and I think you may have just lost that.
No.
$50 and it happens. $50 super chat and it happens.
Oh my god. Don't tempt them. Anyway. Oh my god, anyway.
So you asked for this. The responses from KG were me. Race said I'll spank her. Buzz said video or it didn't happen. Num says don't tell my wife, you'll make me work for it. And Domino just grins and says, so which paddle do we use? And Fermion says, wait, where's my wallet?
I did not bring on the wallet part. That was not me. That was not me at all.
Oh, and then Bloodletter says for the low price of $50.
Oh, Jesus.
Continue with your thesis while you wait for the fact that there's going to be a $50 super chat pop up.
Yeah. And I'm not doing that. No, we're not on Pornhub.
How's it going, Razriel? Razriel says, I bet you could monetize spanking Cassie to pay for my move. You know what? That's probably true. You had some questions about this? You had some research questions you were going to talk about in this thesis.
Yeah, and then we're going to be talking about some other stuff later when we're off air.
So we're setting up the webcam so I can pay for my move by spanking you?
Oh, that means that involves you coming to visit me anyway.
Anyway, continuing on.
I swear, this is what I deal with. Oh, Jesus. First dick measuring and now spanking and monetizing it. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what I deal with.
Yes, Ishtar. Cassie is blushing right now.
I am not.
You are too. I can hear it in your voice. You're red. Your cheeks are red. I bet your nose is a bit red too. And you're probably sweating a little bit.
No.
Yes.
No. You're being a little bit nicer than I am.
Continue.
We are live.
We are live. Go ahead. Research questions. You were talking about research questions.
Yes, and
Stop thinking about my hand.
I swear to God, this is what I deal with. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, God.
No, Damiana, you're right. Her cheeks aren't red yet.
Oh God, you are trying to bring out the rage before I even get into the meat of this, aren't
Well,
you?
the segment is Cassie Rages, so Antoine is trying to help with that.
Yeah, Cassie rages at Antoine and sends him the Sandman video that she did on voice chat yesterday, just to watch his brain melt.
Well, we're supposed to be talking about these research questions. I have yet to heard one.
Yes, well, see, you are now actively discussing spanking me, which is apparently now the topic of discussion.
No, I've been waiting for you to read off these research questions.
Actually, you were going to be reading these off. I was
I'm
make
going
you
to read
do-
them off.
Yes.
Why am I going to read them?
Because I said so. Now get on it.
Excuse you?
Excuse me.
This is a Cassie. I told you you get to take the reins of this segment. So
Doesn't mean that I didn't make you do stuff too. Now get on it.
Oh, I see. I don't even see where they start. You scroll down.
No, it didn't.
There, see? Look.
There. Jesus Christ.
So these are research questions. When we interact in a LARPing setting by taking on a fictional role, when we are free to act and behave in ways different than we otherwise would, what preconceived notions of inequality do we take with us? None. We don't take there are no preconceived notions. You're creating a fucking character. Do you want to know why this doesn't matter? Because if you want to be black, white, green, purple, orange, from another planet, a different type of person, if you want to be a fetishist, if you want to be whatever the fuck you want, there's no preconceived notions because it's make-believe.
But that's the problem. Is that she is trying through this entire thing to bring in the idea that people who LARP and people who roleplay cannot sometimes distinguish between the real world and their character. Because if you look, there is one of the questions that explicitly asks is if character dies, does a part of the player die emotionally or mentally? She is trying to say that the line between what a character is that you have created and your real self, they merge together, and when that character, something happens to them, they have a trauma, they die, something major happens, that it then affects you. She is trying to bring in the idea that the game space itself is just a weird, sometimes odd, kind of vampiric looking, because she went to Vampire the Masquerade, of course. Pre-brought in notion of the world. So white male privilege is brought in with vampires. Women are seen as objects with vampires.
Now, okay, so the whole if a character dies, does part of the player die emotionally or mentally? Has anyone had a character die?
Oh yes, multiple times.
Did you feel bad about it?
Two of them, yes.
Did they come back?
One of them, no.
Could you bring that character back in another game if you wanted
Oh, yeah.
to? Okay, so the character doesn't fucking die. It's not a real thing. The person doesn't die. Yes, it's sad when in the story your character dies, there's heartbreak, things happen. It doesn't mean the person is actually dying.
Then right after that one, she asks, is it valid to say that there's a strong barrier between our experiences in the real world and experiencing game space? Do games like LARP complicate our distinctions between the two? No. Although there are people who do blur because there have kind of been some things that have happened where people have not broken character.
Oh, so you're talking about Brock is actually eating people?
Yes.
Like it's been really weird.
Shh,
I can't go over. I can't go over to his house anymore. He always has this like torso on his table, and it's starting to smell.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. I promise. It's okay. But there is that. She is basically trying to go through and saying that through the fact that we have all of these problems in the real world, that they are then translated into any form of game space. And this doesn't go into just LARP. This is any form of role-playing game that she deals with. Because she apparently has played role-playing games before as video games. LARPing, this is her first time LARPing.
I want to see her. I want to see her proof of concept.
Well, KG brings up a point. He says when he was in Mind's Eye Theater, no one cared what you were other than a good role player. That's I would say 95% of role playing is wanting to be a good role player.
There it is.
Not giving a shit what they're wearing or who they are or what they look like. I had a character in Mind's Eye Theater named Corvus. He was a Nosferatu. Now, for those of you who don't know what the distinction of Nosferatu is, they take on a deformity when they become vampires. Corvus's deformity was actually very, very obvious. Have you ever seen what a suicide victim looks like after they've taken a shotgun to the face?
I've seen it firsthand.
That was Corvus's face.
Wow.
And yes, and guess what? He had a girlfriend in game with one of the other players, knowing what he looked like, because, well, I was able to play him the way that I wanted.
So you pretty much went family opera.
Oh no, one of the things that they were able to do is when he was in a public setting, he could make himself look normal again. But it's still the fact that it doesn't matter. This is a game. People get the idea in their head what the characters are. If you're a good role player, this stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if your character is Russian. It doesn't matter if your character is black. It doesn't matter if your character is deformed. If you're a good gamer, all of that stuff, all of it goes away.
The problem that reading through all of this bullshit I dealt with. The biggest thing that I figured out, because of all of her observations, all the things that she says is wrong, is because she had a storyteller that was bad. She had 3 storytellers that were bad.
And that's an important thing too.
They perpetuated the idea. They build the world. Because okay, I know in D&D, because I do not do Mind's Eye Theater. In D&D, the world is literally built. So you build what the power structure is like. You build how, even the sexes can be done. So, women could have more power than men. It could be equal. It could be men have more power. Different races can be doing different things. Is that the same in Vampire the Masquerade? Or is there an actual in-rule book set in stone thing about power? Because she talks about this.
She talks about the princes, right? She talks about being a prince.
2 seconds. I'm on the observation one. I have it highlighted. Give me just a second.
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Okay, so in the world of Vampire the Masquerade, there are two warring factions. Each of them have their own hierarchies. The first one is the Camarilla. The Camarilla their higher-ups are called princes. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, you're a prince. They are the power in their territory. Their word is law. If you fuck up in front of a prince, they have the ability in game to kill your character. The other side is called a cardinal. Think of it the same way. The cardinal has the ability to do anything that they want. So, if the game master, or in the case of Vampire the Masquerade and Mind's Eye Theater, they're called storytellers. In the guise of the storyteller, if the storyteller is telling a bad story or is making the political aspect of what the prince is or the cardinal is as weak, then that is the storyteller's problem. That is not the gamer's problem. There is nothing in there. A cardinal can say, hey, you decided to mouth off to the wrong person. There's now a public, citywide hunt for your character. That's all up to the storyteller. And the fact that this person has gone to three bad storytellers or one bad storyteller for three different games is not enough for her to put this thesis into action.
No,
For
'cause it's not
experience,
enough.
four experiences in Mind's Eye Theater is not enough to make a generalization
No.
of the entire fucking gaming community.
Because if I
Here's-
could, I could say I hate Mind's Eye Theater because the one time I did it, it was terrible. But instead, I just kind of keep an open mind about it because I understand the story was terrible. That doesn't mean that I can't go somewhere else and actually find a good storyteller to do this.
See,
That's the problem.
Here's the deal. You got fiction and you got nonfiction. When you're playing a game, role-playing, video game, it doesn't matter what. You know that distinction. And
Not according to these fucking idiot feminists, we don't.
I know, and that's the biggest problem there is if you get into one of these games, you do these games, like for me, I do my weekly D&D game with my friends to unwind, release, have fun, enjoy myself.
Well, we were talking about your release earlier. You wouldn't tell us the numbers, though.
Okay? No dick measuring right now. Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyways, I play that game to have fun. I know the difference between playing the game and my actual real life. If you don't know that, and if you can't distinct that, then yes, there's inherently probably something wrong. Most of the time, people know that difference. They know how to get into character. They know how to get out of character. I would assume you agree with me on that one, Antoine, Cassie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I play a vampire in my game. A murderous, blood-sucking, merciless killer. In the game, he was a noble person before he got turned. And I just play the character as the character. I don't play the character as myself. I play the character as how I would think the character would be played. That's the difference between fiction and nonfiction. You can think about something, you can do something, you act on something. Doesn't mean it's how your mindset is. There is possibilities of people, portraying what they really want and their desires or what they think about into a game, but that's very few and far in between.
See you later, Bloodletter. Have fun with Oblivion.
I can see where this feminist writing this article could come to that conclusion, but it's gotta be for a very, very, very few minority of people that this applies to.
No, if you can't distinguish all right, here. I can distinguish between Antoine and myself because I do play a character on a daily basis almost with who I am. I don't think I'm a demon made up of the cyberspace and being able to, steal from whoever he wants.
So that means you've been lying to me this entire time?
God.
What the hell? I'm hurt. I am hurt. I to me this entire time. Oh God, that actually hurt my throat a little bit. Oh shit! But yes, there
Well,
are
next
people
time,
who
next
can't.
time, don't take it down so far, and you'll be fine.
We are on live. We are on live. I will DM that response instead. Anyway, and I'm not screen sharing, so sweet. I can pull up my DMs. But no. There are people who cannot distinguish. I mean,
And I will slip back into character for it. Those people need to seek professional help.
yes, because it's a oh God, I forgot what it's called, but there's an actual like mental disorder that they came out with saying that an an ability to not be able to distinguish between the real world and a play world, and there have actually been many things that have happened. Vampire the Masquerade for a while got a really bad rap because there were people who were going out and thinking they were still vampires, very, very, very hilariously trying to kill people because they would try to feed off their blood.
Yes, but there were
There were
the
many.
same things for D&D as well. It's people get immersed in a fantasy world, and that fantasy world in itself is powerful. It's when you get to be the character that you want to be, the person that you want to be. You want it to carry on. You want it to keep going. But there are certain things that you can and cannot do. And one of those things is, actually drink. I mean, you can drink blood, but I've only done it a couple of times. I mean, it's not anything bad if they let you do it.
But this is one of the things that she brings up. This is one of the major points. Even through skimming it, you can tell that she's trying to basically say that these players that are in this game cannot distinguish all of the things going on in real life, from how they play their character to all of the real world problems. And then they transfer it into a game space. And those problems are still going to be there because people cannot distinguish real world from the play world.
No, she can't distinguish real world from the play world. It's
And neither
fairly
can her
obvious.
storyteller. Neither can her storyteller, apparently, according to this thesis.
All right. Well, see, here's the problem, and here's what I agree with the article. Well, the thesis a little bit. I can say that this can apply to some people, but however, trying to paint it for all players, that's not true.
She took. I'm gonna get shit for this if they find out. Okay, so everyone knows about the 1 in 5 myth, right? The 1 in 5 women on college campuses are going to be raped.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sexually assaulted.
Yes.
That study came from less than 100. I think it was less than 300 people. The answers were made specifically vague to include things like, were you ever uncomfortable in a situation but felt better afterwards?
They were basically yes and no questions to a variety of questions that they had multiple responses, but they were given a yes or no.
Yes, and the people who actually took who took in the numbers of the survey were allowed to make judgments on what some of the answers were. That's what she's saying. She's taking four fucking games, and using that as a generalization of the entire community. She is trying to be. Is the name of the author of this thesis Anita Sarkeesian?
No.
Brianna Wu?
No.
Zoe Quinn?
No. Trust me, if it was Zoe Quinn, there would have already been rage by the name.
There'd probably be free boobs as well, but we're not going to talk about the fact that she tried to pose naked for someone like Suicide Girls and then got pissed off that it got leaked online, since she did it for the public anyway. I'm sorry, I'm going off a tangent.
Oh, no, yes.
What were we talking about?
But it's funny. So that's the first problem that I had with this, to be totally honest, is that she goes through and she keeps perpetuating the idea that in these 3-4 games that she has, that this could possibly be for everything. Because she goes through and she says how men outnumbered women in all 3 sessions. Even when she went to the international conclave down in Atlanta, Georgia, she talks about how there was nobody of color in her groups.
Wait.
Oh God, what?
How many of the male players were playing female characters?
It is not specified.
Oh, it doesn't specify that
Because she
sometimes
doesn't
male
care.
characters play.
She doesn't care. She goes through and she perpetuates the idea that it's the player themselves. So she makes the generalized assumption that men will play men, women will play women. If you are white, you will play white. If you are of color, you will play color. It is not used to, I don't know, maybe try something fucking new out that you can't do in real life. I've played male characters. I played androgynous characters. I fucking played like a few lesbian characters, and those were actually really fun. I have done all of this because real world, that's not who I am. In character, I could be wherever the fuck I want. I would really love to be an elf because, I mean, that would be kind of cool. I'd love to be a vampire because I like night. I mean, that's not real. She is perpetuating the idea that we are taking our identity from the real world, putting it into a game system. Depending on the game system, depends on exactly what the fuck it is. And then she says, we are transferring our ideas from one to the other. That is the problem.
See, here's a deal, and that seems like a very, very biased thesis to me, because if that's true, you're taking who you are as yourself and not changing anything and putting it into a game. Why in the fuck would you play a vampire or any other race of character or societal being a status in a game? She's only taking one portion of an entire game and twisting it around. That's bullshit.
Real quick, Brockus, did you want to come on? He's done vampire and stuff too. Brockus, do you want to come on?
Yeah, Brockus, I would love to have you on too.
Yeah, same here, because I taught you a little bit.
KG, do you want on too since you've done this? Because KG was who I was talking to whenever I was actually reading through this thesis, and he was helping me through a lot of it too, because he's done it as well.
I haven't played this version of I haven't played Vampire Masquerade. I haven't played this, so I'm new into it. I know general role playing D&D, but I have not done this format. I'll make that clear right now.
Okay, KG, it's in your Discord DMs, and then Brockus, whether he says yes Twitter. And no. Yes, Brockus, it's going to be in Twitter.
Okay, but that's the problem with all of this, and that's just the start. Because I had went through, and it took me like 6 hours to get through chapter 1 and chapter 2 of this bullshit.
Oh, I remember you were DMing me the entire time and telling me how horrible it was.
You were getting entertainment out of it, and you know exactly what
I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, it gets better. It gets so much better. Because I actually found where she actually breaks down what she was talking about gender and sexuality in the game, about race in the game.
Well, they both said sure, so let's wait until they show up.
Yes.
And we can talk about that. But look, I've played female characters. I know Brockus has played female characters. 2 of my favorite characters I've played have been female characters. So the fact that she goes to a place and doesn't decide... And I've played a voodoo priest from Louisiana. Okay? I've played black characters. I've played white characters.
What was that guy's name from Princess and Frog?
Sitting in the chat room this entire time, listening to you talk about all these terrible things. Who hates D&D characters?
Oh my god, what's the name of that character? I loved this character.
The one from Princess and the Frog?
No, the one that Brockus is
God.
Playing.
This is the presence of Ignacio.
That's right, Ignacio. Ignacio and Cole got along swimmingly. Yes, but Brockus, you've played female characters, right?
A few times.
Did anyone ask you to identify as a female? Like if they were trying to poll if you were playing a male or female?
Fuck no.
It's- this- How's it going, KG?
It's going all right. How's everyone doing?
Hi, KG dear.
Doing
Hey,
good.
Sparky, what's up, brother?
Not much.
So before we go on to the statistics that this person has been spouting off, what are some of your guys' experiences with this?
In the Masquerade?
Yeah. Have you ever had someone in Vampire the Masquerade take it a little too far?
I've had a couple, and that was kind of when I got out of it. We did have some that were doing their idea of sex play was putting in the acrylic fangs and biting each other and stuff like that. But that was several years into it.
Deckard played a retard in game and wouldn't stop playing that same retard out of game. So there was that.
Wait, what did you say, Brockus?
I said Deckard wouldn't stop playing a retard in game, and he kept playing that same retard out of game.
That's true.
Duh, where did he go? Where did he go?
No, not that. It's
Deckard is a friend of ours, and
I know.
all the time.
I'm just
Oh,
shit talking.
Jesus.
Every fucking game we play, I always end up being like a kind of bully to his character. This last time when we actually were playing Vampire the Masquerade, my character could have bullied his character and did a few times, but then I got put in a really fucked up situation and my character went into a frenzy.
I know what you did with that zebra.
You don't know what I did with that zebra, and I'm never going to tell anyone what I did with that zebra.
See, that means you did something with the zebra.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
We gotta have orc zebras running around.
No. He was playing a gangrel.
Yeah.
Who was a big game hunter.
Mm-hmm. The backstory is that back in the times when the British rich people would come to Africa for big game hunting and all that stuff. I was sired in Africa, so cities and small spaces pissed me the fuck off. And at one point, my character was not thinking, went straight into a nightclub. Music was blasting, and I fucking went crazy.
That is the greatest thing ever.
I actually had a character who was a gangrel, but gangrel, but he survived the Bataan Death March, and he was super racist against Japanese, despite the fact that some of my best friends growing up were Japanese. They thought it was hilarious.
So that's what we're saying. These are perfect examples. Brockus, you've been to clubs before.
Oh, yeah.
And KG, you've been around Japanese people before.
More than a few times.
Okay, so did your characters, like Brockus, when you went to the club, did you go crazy because it was an enclosed space? Did you go frenzy on people outside because you couldn't handle the thumping beat of the Serengeti?
No, I was beating the shit out of myself in my own head, because I'm like, you're an idiot. Why did you go into the nightclub? You know what's in there. You know it's bad for your character.
No, I'm talking about in real life, you moron.
No, in real life, I did absolutely nothing. In real life, all I did was just kind of put my head onto my fist, look you dead in the eyes, and say, "So how bad is it?"
And then, KG, when you're around your Japanese friends, are you overtly racist? Do you hate them?
No, I may make jokes about how I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
Oh,
But-
I made that joke too.
Yeah. It's one of those, I hate people, but I love individuals. But
Exactly.
they thought it was hilarious because I met my wife in a Japanese language course. I watch anime, and they're like, "You are the worst racist to ever racist against a race."
All right, so let's continue on, because we have 4 people that we can ask. Cassie, have you ever done anything? The role play that's going on Discord. Are you a technomancer?
Oh God,
Are
I
you
wish,
able-
but no.
Are you able to manipulate electronics to your whim?
No, I wish I could. I
Okay,
wish. but
So
no.
none of that could transfer into real life. Sparky, you're part of a D&D group. Do you hunt vampires?
Yes.
No,
Not
no,
in
I
real
mean
life.
in real life, do you hunt vampires? Do you go around
No.
killing people who think that
No.
they're vampires?
No.
No.
In
So,
real life, no.
all right,
So-
that's 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I guess we could
Oh.
state that nothing in the thesis that this woman has brought up is actually true.
But
Because
hold
we
on,
have
hold
4
on,
people.
hold on. No. Now hold on. Now we are not equally represented. In her eyes, because she is a feminist gamer, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 white men. Although one of them is bi, still 4 white men, 3 of them straight, and 1 straight white woman. We have no one of color, no one with disabilities.
Fuck you,
We
I
will-
identify as black.
Only
Is
where
Mark
it counts,
Cosby
it
here?
doesn't work.
I'm
Is
actually
Mark
part
Cosby
Mexican
here?
Yeah, and Brockus is part Mexican.
and part black, actually. I'm 3 kinds of no.
But anyway, still, at least from the feminist ideal, we are not accurately represented because it is not an equal number of men to women. I am the minority here.
I'm
And
currently
I'm okay
disabled.
with this.
Yeah, and Brockus is disabled. You know, Sparky identifies as a tripod. So I mean,
He just
we
leans
have-
a little forward and gives his feet a rest.
yeah, his nickname is Kickstand, and his nickname from high school is Kickstand. I mean, come on, look, we have a diverse group right here, so we have all the representation that we need.
Yeah, I mean, he
So
pretty
fuck
much
this
makes
bitch.
black. Sparky makes black people, anytime he walks by them, immediately break out into song, and all they can sing is Sledgehammer. So it's just. I mean,
That's
if
great.
that's not a minority, I don't know what is.
One of
That
the-
does not happen.
The interesting things that I'm seeing about this thesis already says it's more men than women. When I was playing, the female to male ratio was 2 to 1. We had more women actually involved than men.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Problem was, all of them were like 16 or 17, and their art was sex. If I never heard that again, it would be too soon.
Oh wait. So you're saying they played Toreadors and the art was sex?
You got it.
Oh my! Were you the storyteller?
I was not. I actually
You
played
should have punched your storyteller straight in the face because he was trying to get into the pants of one of the female gamers.
3. There was
Oh.
3.
So this would have perpetuated more than just punching.
Yes, a kick in the dick as well.
Yeah. It was pretty disturbing.
So
Mm.
in this whole thing, like I've read this. I mean, I can't describe how much my brain hurt. KG can, because he got the blunt end of this too.
Yep. I was a wingman on this, and yeah.
I never really normally have to wingman anything I read. I can normally deal with it because I have dealt with some cringeworthy shit. I had to wingman this. My head hurt. I had such a severe headache. I had to take aspirin, put my glasses on, and go get drunk because I could not handle it.
I just can't believe you read through all 75 pages.
Hey, what can
Oh.
you say? The girl's a trooper. She
It
definitely
was-
took one for
well,
the team.
If I
Well-
actually paid you, I would fucking give you a raise, but
You can just give me a raise later.
But up.
anyway, is there any final thoughts on this?
I do have
before
to
we-
ask you one question, Antoine.
What?
Do you blush?
Do I blush? Well, since I'm no, he's trying to insult me. Well, I'm not a vampire, so that's not going to matter. If you were talking to Cole, then the answer would be no, but I can make you.
Touche.
So so I don't think that 3 gaming groups and her sitting in the background of a convention? Because let's face it, she
Oh.
didn't participate in the
Yes,
convention.
that's actually the key thing. Thank you for reminding me about that. She did not play a key role in this. She did not try to actively be part of this group of these groups. She literally says in her thesis that she took a background role, that she tried to stay out of any of the main things, anything major that could happen that could change the plot line. She wanted to keep the quote unquote researcher aspect, where she instead, if anything that her character did could cause a major shift in the story or progress the main plot line, she actually took a supportive role instead of an active role. She literally did not play this goddamn game the way it's supposed to be fucking played.
Wait, isn't that a lot like going to a wine tasting and basing whether or not you liked it by the other people's faces?
Yes.
Or looking at it going, that's a really pretty red right there. I like that
Or
one.
basically being what's her name from Gorillas in the Mist.
You know, I actually have a pretty interesting story to go along with that.
We don't want to know about your penis, Brockus.
No, it's not going to be about my penis. I would have said
Oh,
it would have been a hilarious story.
Go on.
So several years ago, me and a group of friends of mine were actually we came together. We did a D&D group and stuff, and this session or the story actually went on for about a year. I ended up leaving halfway through the game, specifically because at that time I actually was moving somewhere, but it didn't work out almost instantly after the move. So I eventually came back and the game was still going. Now, how it starts off is, one, we had a female gamer who chose to play a male character. When the DM was setting up everybody's character sheets and all that stuff, because some of us couldn't print them out, we sent him the information that we wanted and so on and so forth. And the female gamer specifically said she wanted to play a male sorcerer. He didn't remember that for some reason because they had talked about it over the phone. So he put it down that she was a female sorcerer, and that's when the name Elsie was created for the character. But when she was presented with her character sheet, she was like, I still want to play a male, so I'm just going to play the character as a male, and I think it would be funny if this is a male who's embarrassed by his name because it's Elsie, and it's extremely effeminate. And we all made several jokes, so we came up with this actual long-winded version of the name, but Elsie is like the nickname, the shortened up nickname, like Tony would be for Anthony, or Billy would be for William. Somehow, I don't know why. There's no B in that name.
Or Dick for Richard.
Yeah, you could have gone with Richie, but Dick is fine, I guess. So, anyways,
he always goes for Dick.
So, as he does, so as the story progresses,
Brockus.
That's only half true.
As the story progresses, what ends up happening is that my DM at the time, that specific DM really likes to take one person out of the entire group and sort of thrust being the main character on them. The story will kind of center around that one character. So that's what he does. He makes almost the entire story, the entire campaign, center around the female player's character, because that was how he played it out in his head. The rest of us pretty much had to take supporting roles. As the story progressed, though, she consistently, on her own, kept trying to take as much of a supportive role as she could because she just could not think anything through when it came to like battle strategies or where they should go, what they should do, stuff like that. Like all the characters would consistently, in the beginning of this campaign, look to her character and say, so what do we do, boss? You're the leader of this band of misfits. And her character would always be like, I don't know anything. That's the way she feels the character is supposed to play out. What ended up happening was my character, because I actually replaced the character, but my second character, the half-orc, who is the product of rape, was a psychic warrior, ends up killing his father in a makora, which actually allowed him to take over as the official war chief of that particular clan of orcs. Got godly armor and all kinds of other I fucking kid you not. Almost every epic thing that happened in that game happens to my character because the DM took the shift and the focus on the female player's character away and gave it to my character. And I couldn't stop fucking laughing because every single time we came across these situations, it just fucking went that way. And what when we were talking about it later on, apparently the female player, she was actually very relieved because she had absolutely no intention, even from a story writer's point of view, like, because she kind of likes fantasy stories and she likes little turnaround for characters like that and stuff. She had absolutely no intention of making her character actually the main character or that one character that's supposed to save the entire world. She actually wanted very secretly to push everything onto someone else, and we ended up doing it to my character by complete fucking accident. And the only reason why was because every single time a situation would come up, either my character figured it out or killed literally everything in the room to fucking get us out of that problem.
Well, I have to point this out. Welcome back to being a sponsor, Sparky.
Yeah, that was my fault. I had a little issue last month. Well, yeah, last month, my card information being stolen. I had to get a new card, and I thought I had everything switched over, except YouTube.
Hey, look, I at least stayed a sponsor this whole time.
All right, so let's. Does anybody have any final thoughts on this idiot woman?
I think you pretty much summed it up at idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have
I
to put
mean-
a finger behind it, just idiot.
The only thing is she has no idea what she was doing. She proclaims to be a gamer, and she lost all respect of being a gamer when she put the word feminist in front of that. And she's basing all of her information off of 3 very terrible games. And although she says that I might try to play this again, it seems that she's going to go on with the same ideal as before and try to push her ideals on everybody else. And I'm sorry, that's not how the game is played, bitch. Learn how to game.
Well said.
Well said. All right.
From
Let's-
the female gamer.
Let's get into the fun things, shall we?
Yes, let's.
All right, Brockus, you get to choose. You can choose between Japanese knotweed or Utah online ad.
Japanese not weed or Utah online ad?
Yes.
I'm curious about the not weed.
All right.
I got to second
Excellent.
that motion.
All right.
Excellent.
Hold on. I'll get to it. Who do we want to read this one?
I already told you I'm reading this one. This one is mine.
Okay.
How is it not weed? I don't get it.
Okay, so
Fear of Japanese knotweed, which strangles others' plants, is xenophobic, says environmental expert.
oh man, when I saw this I was dying. Oh my god, this gets better.
Okay, see, all right. Real quick before we continue, you can read that as soon as I bring this up. When I hear Japanese knotweed, I thought it was literally a new form of pot to smoke that apparently was not actually weed, and that the Japanese once again beat us at our own fucking game.
All right.
Now I realize
I'm in Washington. We've got legal weed. I was totally with. I'm like, not weed. What kind of weird buzz is that going to not give you?
That's exactly. I was very confused.
I didn't even think of that, but that's because
faux weed.
Exactly. It's like a synthetic high or something like that.
oh my god.
You switch and bait, son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude. No, you tricked me. You tricked me with that fucking false title.
Ass hat.
Sparky, take the sponsorship away.
Fuck no.
Damn it.
All right, Cassidy, go ahead.
To gardeners, Japanese knotweed and other foreign invaders are a menace. But an environmental expert says that when we talk about non-native species in such terms, we are just being xenophobic. Hold on.
I don't think they know. I don't think that word means what they think it means.
My
Plus-
icon is for Death Watch. I'm naturally xenophobic by desire, so they can go fuck themselves.
I'm pretty sure they don't understand what xenophobic is because, like, if you hate all of the elves, yeah, that's xenophobic. But if you don't hate the people and only hate a strain of plant, that's not xenophobic. That's you just don't. You're not a vegetarian. There you go.
Would that be more akin to racist?
It's not alive. In the same way that we're not alive. We are alive. It is not sentient. There's a difference. Ignacio has spoken.
Speciest?
Oh, damn.
You could try to throw any name you want at it. It's just fucking hating the plant.
It's still a plant.
I don't like
I just
poison
wanna see
ivy.
I just want to see if I could get Brockus to explode.
Oh no, you're gonna have to take something real stupid to make me explode. I've been on
Oh,
so many streams today dealing with so much stupidity.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Oh no.
Wait till Tuesday.
I don't like where that sounded.
Oh God.
Continue on.
All right. So writer Fred Pierce says the effects of the knotweed, which strangles other plants, and invasive creatures such as gray squirrels and foreign beavers are being exaggerated.
A lot of
I-
that just sounded overly sexual.
I know, right?
Well, you know, we've been on a couple of cunt streams with Schmeckel, and he keeps talking about Betty White. So does that mean he wants to strangle a gray beaver?
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
my
he
God.
does.
And
Or
Or
talk
he's
about
a,
his,
or he's
yes,
a fan of
Akio.
the band Betty White Tit Fuck.
we don't talk about his proclivities, though.
Okay. By comparison, our own native problem species, from overgrazing red deer to nettles and brambles, are not seen as such a threat because they are British, he says. Mr. Pierce is set to give a talk at the Edinburgh Science Festival arguing that foreign animals are being demonized. Gray squirrels, introduced to Britain in the 19th century, have wiped out large numbers of native red squirrels because they carry a pox which is harmless to them but deadly to the reds.
Dead to the Reds?
Deadly to the reds. Great.
No.
I could
Great
see
word use
a
there.
lot of American.
No communism.
No. Okay, so because nettles and what was it? Nettles and
Hold on. Let's see.
nettles and brambles are British. They come from Europe. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is this person trying to actually suggest that because of the actual geographical location or origin of a plant, we're judging it?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to find you, Fred Pierce, and I want to strangle you until your eyes pop out of your fucking skull.
He's going to be at the Edinburgh Science Festival.
Don't actually tell me where he's going to be because I might actually do it.
The Edinburgh
Do it.
Science Festival.
Do it.
God, you
Okay,
are
so
You realize you'll be an accomplice, right?
Edinburgh
Okay, cool.
Science Festival.
okay, so we need to go ahead and start planning the escape route now and possibly another jailbreak.
$3 from Clausen. Better dead than red. That's right. Fuck those red squirrels.
I was gonna say, isn't that a Crips versus Bloodline? Better dead than red.
Probably.
Might have been.
Most likely.
No, that's a line from back at, the communism scare way
The
back when.
1950s. Yes, we know,
Yeah.
Sparky. Thank you for killing the joke.
He is
No,
the joke murderer.
Sparky is the joke murderer.
Oh, true.
He did,
Okay.
in fact, take another joke out back and treat it
As-
like poor old Yeller.
So
Yeah, that
long
was
as
a
he's
double
not
tap.
actually trying to use his dick on anyone, it's fine because that really is murder.
So
Sledgehammer.
Akio says nettles and brambles are not that dangerous to local wildlife, yet it is an invasive species, while gray squirrels are, and we have always wanted grays out and the reds in.
Well, I mean, look at in the Mississippi River, Asian carp is a dangerous invasive species that's killing off wildlife in the Mississippi River.
Zerg says, as a biologist, this stupid fuck needs to have his science and reasoning ripped out of his nose with a blunt object, like a hammer.
Sparky.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
I believe you have the
Finish. It's just this last paragraph, so
But
we can
Miss-
find out where Mr. Pierce is.
But Mr. Pierce said whether British squirrels were gray or red makes no difference to the natural world. Speaking ahead of his talk on Thursday, he said if you look at the language used to describe these invasive species, it is very xenophobic and suggests that anything foreign is bad. It is terrifyingly similar to language which can be used about immigrants invading the country.
Seriously, he turned around and went there.
He did.
You know, this is the exact same mentality I had in the thesis when she went to how, I don't know, she's a feminist gamer? It's
That
you
is-
really? Really? You went there? You
That is
said
like
that?
the biggest oxymoron I have ever heard. A feminist gamer.
So wait, because we view invasive species that have the ability to destroy, wildlife as bad, they're compared to immigrants invading the country. Well, here's the problem. You said invading. That means they're here to rape, pillage, and where the fuck is Lo-Fi when we're talking about this? They're here to rape, pillage, and plunder. They're invading. So yes, immigrants invading a country is bad.
Then that really doesn't make them immigrants. It makes them invaders.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
technically, it's the same thing.
yeah, touche. But that's it. I'm at a loss of words for the level of stupidity right now.
I want to see the green card.
Go ahead, Sparky.
I said I want to see the plant's green card.
No, because that's racist, Sparky. You can't
Yes,
ask them to
no.
prove that they are who they are. Don't you know that? You're just supposed to assume.
Yes.
So we can naturally assume that they're all illegal and just get rid of them?
I did not say that, but
Hey.
I'm not saying it's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Hey, we can assume that it's a form of weed.
Yeah, we could all try and smoke it.
No,
No?
no.
Now,
I don't want. I don't want to smoke immigrants. It's bad.
Speaking of smoking things, does anyone have any really strong pot that will make me forget about this article?
no.
Let me talk to my dealer in Japan. They do have this new faux not weed. I will see about getting it for you.
I cannot get upside the head very hard.
Nope. I said I don't want to remember, not die.
Continue on, Cassie. We got a little bit. I think a little bit left of this. Yes, just a little bit left.
There are fears over invasive wildlife such as Japanese knotweed, which can grow 8 inches a day, is difficult to eradicate, and can knock thousands off the price of homes.
You know, I grow 8 inches every single morning. I don't know what they're talking about. What's so bad about that?
We're talking about a plant, not your fingernails.
Oh, sorry.
Smart.
Look, I'm not sorry that I have to trim my nails every morning. It's a thing, okay? It happens.
Yeah, but Gwen is tired of getting gouged in the fucking middle of the night. Just saying.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm Wolverine, okay? It happens.
Bullshit. Lady Deathstrike.
I was gonna say that's Lady Deathstrike, not Wolverine.
Shut up! I don't want to be Lady Deathstrike. Anyway, continue on.
But Mr. Pierce believes that threat of knotweed is overhyped. He said scientists present species as being more dangerous if they are foreign. The researcher, author of the book The New Wild, Why Invasive Species Will Be Nature's Salvation, said there was one example of beavers which have either come back to Britain naturally or were reintroduced on the sly. There was a debate.
Wait,
Oh,
the
here's the titter.
beavers are coming. The beavers are coming back en masse.
Yes.
So, what they're saying is they want us to play with the beavers.
Yes.
He has no
We
problem
must-
with.
we must
He has no
propagate
problem with invading beavers. Continue on. We'll just be schoolboys giggling at the terminology of this. Just go. Keep going. Ignore us. We're being stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be paying attention to you. Shit.
Cassie, I sent you my check. You should be paying attention.
Oh, right. But that's only for you, sweetheart. The other ones, no, they haven't paid yet. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay.
Let's go back to invading British beavers.
Okay. Oh God. Okay.
And they do the can.
That sounds like a porn title. The invading British beavers.
I believe they can.
There was a debate over whether these were American or European beavers, and DNA tests.
Well, we can definitely set aside the fact that they were not American beavers, because American beavers don't have fur.
I want to say a French beaver.
No, you don't.
Oh.
It's hairy and smells.
Oh.
And cowardly.
Anyway, so DNA tests were done, and oh God, with the intention of exterminating them if they were American. Hold on, it gets better. This is ridiculous, as there is no difference between American and European beavers. Guys?
No, there's definitely a difference.
There's a slight difference.
Depends who you talk
That's
to.
everything.
It depends who you talk to. Some people will say a beaver's a beaver.
Well, it depends on whether or not they have the stiff lip or not.
Like one will smell like fish and chips, and the other one will smell like fried jerky and gravy, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I smell chips on one and pizza on the other. Well, we know which one's which.
There is that rare occasion where you're actually going to smell like, the crossbreed American and beaver, and it's just going to smell like a delicious steak dinner. It's not that big.
Oh, that would make me have dinner more than once per night.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The only problem is it's got a lot of mushrooms.
No, he's not okay.
Are any of us?
No.
No.
Are we ever okay? No.
We've almost done that years ago.
So this, do we have more than just do we have more than just these articles?
Then those two. Don't.
Because the other one I want Brockus to read.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Let's see. I know I found one that said that a Ouija board argument prompted domestic violence.
Okay.
I'm curious.
We'll get to that one next. I want Brockus to read this one.
You know, when you say it like that.
Say it a little bit more, deviously.
No.
Racist meme shows up on Utah online ad for firewood.
Oh my God. What
the ad is showing a scarecrow in the form of a KKK member. I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one. This seems very effective because in case scarecrows are trying to take your corn for their cornbread, or your watermelon, or even your cotton, this scarecrow This scarecrow will guarantee you that no crow will ever make its appearance on your property. It will take one look at the scarecrow and be terrified and run away.
Look at the melons. I mean, it's effective. Look how big those fuckers are.
Of course, I'm using crows as an allegory for black people, just like in fucking Dumbo.
All right, there you go, Brockers. Read away, sir. Read away.
Oh, son of a fucking bitch. Wait, it's called KUTV. Cut V. Gotcha.
Yes, cut V.
Kick V. Anyways, a Hooper, Utah man got a shock while looking for wood beams to help build a barn. Interesting. I'm not sure what the fuck he's doing looking for wood beams to build a barn other than a lumber yard. But okay, sure. Let's just be a fucking bum scavenging for fucking wood. He came across an ad with the headline "Firewood/wood beams." Just instead of a picture of wood, it included a racist meme that read, "How to protect your watermelon farm." Oh, dear God. The words were paired a picture of a scarecrow dressed as a member of the Ku Klux Klan in a watermelon patch. I'm sorry, but that's still extremely effective. Ain't no crows gonna be stealing damn watermelons. Just saying. Your nigga apples is safe. The man who found the ad says he was incredibly offended. I bet you the guy was white.
Well, of course he was white, because every single black person who read this was laughing their ass off.
Oh yeah, every single black person who read this was not only laughing their ass off, but screen sharing this shit out of this all over Facebook and Twitter. Like, look what these white motherfuckers just done did to the goddamn watermelon farm. Ah, nigga, I'm laughing. I just started thumbing through it, and how do you thumb through an online ad? That's fucking retarded. I just started thumbing through it, and all of a sudden that showed up. It was like, I cannot believe this. Yeah, he's white as fuck. The man said, I just can't with this ad, okay?
It's so yesterday. I can't do it.
It is 2018. Why are we still having ads like this? We spoke with the man who, I love the fact that they actually did keep calling this a meme this entire time, basically saying from the very start, this was a joke. He took it too far.
Oh, yes, of course he did.
We spoke with the man who placed the ad. He said the meme was his, but that he never intended to post the picture. He says the meme was sent to him by a friend, and he claims he is not racist. Actually, I'm not going to lie, this does make sense, because there have been several times where somebody will send somebody a picture and then you accidentally send that to somebody wrong. Like, I was sent a really fucked up joke by a friend of mine and accidentally sent that same fucked up joke to my mom.
Whoops.
Thank fucking God she has a sense of humor, because I didn't feel too bad when she opened it and went, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was just like, look, if you didn't want to hear about these fucking racist ass jokes, you shouldn't have given birth to me. I'm just saying this is your fault.
Hey, at least he didn't send
He didn't ask to be born.
I didn't ask to be born, Mom. You and Dad decided to just fuck without a condom. And like, to this day, I'm pretty sure my dad is actually John Candy, so I can't talk to him about this.
All right.
I didn't realize that was on there. I just tried. I was just trying to sell my firewood
To make a cross.
to make a cross with KKK robes on it. Hunter told reporter Chris Jones on the phone Monday night. The picture was posted on KSL, the KKK's broadcasting channel, apparently, classified 11 days ago, and have been viewed by 109 people. I'm pretty sure they are just downsizing the shit out of that goddamn number. I bet you it is.
No, it was probably 109 people at the time of this reporting.
Possibly. And then it jumped up to 2 million. But it appears no one notified the classified website or called Hunter to complain about it. 100 of those people were black people laughing their asses off. 9 of those people were just random white dudes who were just trying to look for a good laugh. This one asshole, the 110th person who saw it, he's the one who fucking ruined it for everyone. We reached out to KSL today, but have not heard back from them because they're not going to give you the response. They're just going to basically keep laughing. No one's going to do anything about it because it's fucking funny.
Oh my god!
I was going to say, technically, the cake. Never mind.
I bet you the KKK has just bought a fuckload of those goddamn firewood and scarecrows. I'm just saying. They probably saw that ad and was like, holy shit, somebody gets it. Get on the phone.
Well, technically, it's the KKK scarecrow that's strung up on the fucking cross. So, I mean...
You know, the Daily Stormer probably has this front page going, buy from this guy, he's one of us.
Probably. Okay. All right, KG, you get to be...
Oh, I think I may have killed Akuma. He pretty much lost it when I said nigga apples. But, you know.
He also says that we need more Christian bonfires.
Why are we burning Christians like that?
It is clearly in the Bible that the dark-skinned people are evil and need to be eradicated from this planet. Clearly. And this scarecrow is our gateway to heaven.
So it's the golden ticket to heaven.
It's a golden ticket to heaven, and the insurance that your nigga apples ain't gonna go nowhere.
Oh my god.
I love you so much, Brockus.
All right, KG, you're our next guest who gets tortured. You get to deal.
You are not torturing KG.
I am torturing KG because he gets.
No, that's my job.
He gets to read the next one.
One problem with that, as much as I'd love to, I can't read it.
Oh, wait. No.
Why can't you? Wait, why can't you read it?
I think he's on his phone.
No, I'm on a small laptop, but the primary reason is because I'm actually dyslexic, and it would take all night for me to read it.
Oh, okay. Well, I am willing to take the hit for this one if nobody else wants to.
I do appreciate
is this in?
What?
He said, "What state is this in?" I think he's heard of this.
I live 2 hours away from Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, I got a question, Sparky. You say you live 2 hours away from Springfield, Missouri, right?
Yes.
Everyone yellow.
What?
Everyone yellow.
No, the Springfield doesn't have a nuclear power plant either.
Okay, well, we know one state that it's not. Okay. One mystery partially solved.
So yes, according to Archeo, so the wording of torture KG would have been true.
Yeah.
Sadly. And in a now you have to apologize, you sick fuck kind of way.
I'm not apologizing for that. I didn't know he was dyslexic.
Oh no. I don't mean that. I mean Sparky for destroying my dream.
Oh.
I was hoping
sorry.
some sprinkled donuts, you fucker.
All right, Brockus, you're taking the hit for KG, so go for it.
A Ouija board, by the way, I want to point out, I don't understand why the fucking thing is called a Ouija board when it's actually Oya board. That clearly spelled Oya. Like you're drunk trying to describe what the board is.
Someone came up with the idea to spell it that way because they're like, let's see if we can create a word without the vowel E in it.
Oh, so basically the French did it again. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
A Ouija board argument prompted domestic violence, Springfield police say. An argument over a Ouija board caused a man to throw a DVD case at a woman's head, according to Springfield police. I wonder if it was The Omen.
or it could have actually
God damn it.
been the DVD for Ouija. There was 3 movies for it.
Oh god damn it! There was. I don't.
Oh,
That
maybe it was Paranormal Activity, since they burned a Ouija board in that one too.
It's possible.
Or maybe it was
No.
Ouija.
Or devil board.
Yeah, no, I mean, poor devil board. Like, it didn't do anything to you except allow you to summon a demon. You fucking sick bastards. Police
own a
began their
Ouija board.
Police began their investigation on Wednesday at around 9:45 a.m.
How would
That
you
is
like to be
December.
on that morning shift?
I don't think I would want to. It's like you wake up, you take a shower, you have breakfast, you get a call, you're pissed off because of that call. You have to explain to your wife. So a husband and wife beat the shit out of each other because apparently they fucked around with a demon board and now they think they're possessed by Damien and his sister Damiana.
Damiana's in the chat. Don't make fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying his name sounds like a lady's name. When a woman said the father of her two children started an argument after he found out that she allowed her brother to take a Ouija board. To take a Ouija board? Do they have more than one? According to Springfield Police. More. Oh, I'm sorry. Those are other links to other things. During the argument, the man grabbed an empty DVD case. Oh, it was empty, and threw it at her, striking her on the chin and caused a minor cut and bruising to her chin. The reporter said that motherfucker was definitely possessed because I could toss a DVD case all day and not do the kind of damage he apparently fucking did.
That's because
that's impressive.
You can't shit.
I'm assuming she was on the other side of the fucking room too. Like, that's in my head, it's playing out like he threw that shit like Tom Brady winning the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, catch, bitch.
No formal charges have been filed, I don't know why, against the man, and he had not been arrested according to police and court records. He is also accused of throwing a phone against the wall and shattering the glass and taking the woman's car. Who the fuck married this man? The whole incident occurred while both their small children were in the living room with them, the report says.
Daddy's possessed by Damien again.
No, I have one word for this that will explain it all.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Inbreeders.
No.
Incest?
Copulence.
No, copulence doesn't explain this one.
Well,
It's 3 words. It's lack of copulence. Woman needs to get her man under control.
That's a Ouija board.
To them, it's more. To them, it's their sacred item.
I own 3 of the motherfuckers.
that explains so much, Sparky.
It's just
I need to know why. I need to know why you keep appearing in my dreams, and now I understand. You need to stop. It's very disturbing.
And I'm pretty sure you don't want to be in there anyway. I mean, God forbid.
Dude,
why
are you dreaming about fucking Sparky? Yeah, I want to know the same thing. Why are you dreaming about Sparky?
Yeah.
Because he's been sending himself into my dreams with his Ouija board.
Only
That's
so
not how
you
that
can
works,
see
bro.
things.
No, it's not.
Shut up! You're ruining the joke.
No, you just had a bad joke.
No, this one deserves the double tap. It needs to go away.
I wonder if
accidentally emailed what? What's this?
What did you find? Another bad joke?
No. Utah State Bar accidentally emails topless pic to all lawyers and convention invite.
I heard something about this.
I did too.
Yeah. I've heard about that one. That one was funny.
Oh,
That
that actually sounds interesting. Now, before anyone actually reads this, I have a few questions to point out and speculate. One, was the police officer taking pictures of topless chicks or, receiving pictures from topless chicks and then trying to forward it to his buddies, but accidentally completely forwarded it to every single lawyer?
It's the State Bar. It's
Lawyers.
Okay. So it was a lawyer. Okay. In which case, then, like, the question still stands, but obviously it was one of the lawyers. Or was it one really slutty lawyer? Because I might need to talk to a lawyer about a possible lawsuit, and I'm looking for someone with the right qualifications.
Well, her resume is apparently all over if you're looking at something like that.
And it doesn't. This isn't even an article worth reading. It's just the headline. It's hilarious.
I just want to see what the titties look like. That's all. I want to know what the
That
titties
was
look.
actually the comment that was made between me and some of the guys at work. It was, well, what's the problem here? Are they good looking titties? Because if they're good looking, you guys got off really well. If they're not, I can see why everybody was mad.
Oh, look at me. I'm Cassie. I'm totally straight, but I love female titties.
Bitch, everybody can appreciate titties.
No, actually, that's something that I actually say I've been saying for years. Everyone loves tits. If you say you don't love tits, you're fucking lying. Everyone loves tits. Straight men love tits. And straight women love their own tits specifically, but, you know, of course, they're a little envious of other tits, but they like to feel fucking tits. Lesbians definitely love tits because they're basically just straight dudes without a dick. And gay men love tits because they wish they had them.
I was going to say, Cassie has the advantage over everyone here.
She has tits that are supposed to be on her? I got moves. I ain't supposed to have them.
I've got a wife sitting right next to me.
Grab her tits. Have fun.
Now, there's a cat hiding. Damn cat. All right,
just
move
the cat. Look, we're not asking you to play with her pussy. We just want you to grab her boobs.
All right. I've got one nearby. I'm giving her a little squeeze, and it's so live vicariously, boys and Cassie.
Fantastic.
Oh, no, I don't have to live vicariously. I have my own.
I have to
actually. But you're not grabbing hers, so I'm doing it for you all.
I have to address something in the chat right now. Akio is asking, so Brockus wants a porn star lawyer. Yes, I do, actually. I would love to get, legal suggestions and legal aid and all that stuff, and I can give her my litigation.
And she can give you her legal aids.
There could be a lot of
deal breaker going on. Yeah, no. I don't want the aids.
Wow. So we have one more article that can close us out.
Does it involve the tits?
It involves women.
In a positive or a negative?
If it's a feminist article, I'm going to strangle you.
Who wants to read this one? Is the question.
What's it about?
Antoine, why don't you take this one?
I'm going to give you a hint, and it's something about the world of tech bros.
Get in your fucking Winnebago and fuck off.
I hate you. No, you don't.
For the sake of comedy, I do.
Oh, I've heard about this.
All these bitches do not belong in the tech industry. You need to go away and just model the tech stuff.
They'll watch it. Somebody might call bully hunters on you.
I don't give a fuck. Call bully hunters on me. I will kill every one of those bitches in a fucking 1v1 or a fucking 1v20.
No, don't you know they're going to sneak up behind you and make you
while I just stand there fucking doing nothing, apparently, because it was the same player? Yeah, no. Thank you. I will just snipe them all or gun them down with my fucking Gatling gun.
Brockus? Just an FYI, in case you didn't hear about it in chat, apparently the wifey likes your growling.
Oh.
Yeah, so she apparently really digs the growl. She's got a big old smile sitting next to me when you did that.
Congratulations. You know what? If you want Brockus to growl, go ahead and throw a super chat up. He'll growl for you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
They'll watch that. They might, KG might record that and they might listen to it while they're being frisky.
Brockus.
Akuma likes it too. All right. So after working in a world of tech bros, this woman founded a female-only island. You want to take this one, Brockus? Again,
I'm gonna fuck every one of them.
Well, go ahead. Read the article, and we can growl. And
all right. We've all had those moments, whether you're drowning in work in a cramped cubicle or just tired of the daily grind. In those moments, a thought might cross your mind like, I wish I could escape to a private island. I don't have those all the time. It's usually me wanting to go on a murder rampage, but hey, that to each their own.
I second that motion.
Yes.
Well,
Mhm.
entrepreneur, really? Oh my God. Well, entrepreneur, Christina, I was actually relaying myself. Christina Roth actually made that happen. She's not just escaping to an island, she owns it because they had to put emphasis on the owns. And she's opening it up to a women worldwide. But men, they're not allowed. Well, fuck you, bitch.
Look at that tiny island. That's all she could afford.
I don't give a flying fuck. I'm going to start the He-Man Woman Haters Club, you cunt. You're not allowed in our club unless your name is Darla and I'm Alfalfa and we're dating or something. I made a shitty joke, but it was still funny somehow.
because of how cringy and sad it was.
Oh my God, is it really named Super She Island?
Probably.
Is tucked
Yes.
away in the Baltic Sea off the coast of Finland.
Wait.
Look, I have a problem with people.
Ray Martinez says, remember, proper villains kill because they love, not because they hate.
It's both for me. I love
Ishtar, my how big is my island? Well, my island is all I have to say is #8one. Anyway,
I'm
go
on a
on.
boat, motherfucker. The 8.4 acre. Wow, yeah, that's a tiny island. How many ladies can you accommodate? 5. Get close enough. The 8.4 acre.
That's funny. With my 8, I can accommodate many women, so I'm pretty much better off than she is.
I'm pretty sure the only reason why it's 8.4 acres because every single time you pull it out, the 8.4 centimeters causes a great headache to Gwen.
Hey, Antoine, question for you, buddy. Are you good at map reading?
Like actual map reading?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Like
So you have difficulties differentiating distances?
You guys see where this is
I know where this joke is going. I'm not answering that.
Answer. What? Answer.
We're going to move on then because we've embarrassed Antoine enough.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. The women who have seen it know exactly what it is.
I am never getting asked to
yeah,
join
Zell
that
has
stream
told
ever
me the
again.
way it looks, and he said it's very sad.
I don't think I've ever been in the same room naked with Zell. That's your thing.
You did say all the women who have seen it, but hey, I guess, we're not kept picking up what I'm laying down there.
You just called Zell a woman.
Yes.
Well, if the shoe fits.
He is your power bottom, not mine.
Yeah, that's true, but he's still a woman. No Man's Land, really, features 4 newly renovated cabins and can accommodate 10 wow, double what I actually made the joke of. Way to go, you fucking artards. Its amenities give 5-star resorts a run for their money. They finish saunas, spa-like facilities, and beautiful decorated rooms. Daily wellness activities on the island include yoga, meditation, farm-to-table dining. How the fuck? There's no supermarket. How the fuck else is it going to be? God damn it. Cooking classes, fitness classes, nature activities, and more. Wow, this is basically just a massive fucking home economics and yoga class island.
Yes.
Fantastic. It's beautiful. It has blueberry fields in the middle of the island. Roth tells CNBC. Make it. I guess. Oh. So in the summer when you walk, it's just like blueberry fields forever. It's really a little utopia. Fuck you, cunt. I added that little bit. Super chic. God damn it. Hashtag me too. How did the island get raped? I don't get it. How did the fucking island get involved in hashtag me too? Men violated me because they actually came to the island and built everything that the island fucking offers. Hence the hashtag
More than
Me Too.
likely, because that's why there's actually a hotel and real nice rooms and things
Right.
like that.
I bet you they hired a bunch of fucking Mexicans too, and that didn't pay them a decent wage. Roth didn't start out in Utopia. I came with 2 pieces of luggage to New York, and I didn't know anyone. And I really started a business with no inventors. Basically, I sucked a
Investors.
lot of dick.
Investors.
Investors, whatever. Roth, who is originally from Germany, tells CNBC, CNBC's Make It, of the IT business she founded, Maticia Consultants.
That's what? Yeah. Just go with Maticia. Maticia.
Fuck it. I bootstrapped with a laptop and my brain, and I bought the company up to a really high revenue numbers. Again, sucked a lot of dick, took all the credit that somebody else was doing, most likely a fucking 300-pound nerd who's probably about 5'5" and wears bifocals and got bad skin. I'm just assuming because that's the fucking typical joke.
So you're talking about Mundane Matt
He doesn't have bad skin.
that you know of.
I will give him. I've actually met that man in person. He has smooth skin. It's very nice.
That you can see.
Oh, he was wearing shorts, a t-shirt, and fucking. I could see a lot, bro. Just saying.
I bet there's a lot to that story he's keeping out.
Can we move on? No.
I fucked Monday Matt at VidCon. Just saying. It was nice. The honey badgers were a witness.
That's how you
I'm
get
joking.
the story. You push it.
I am joking. None of that actually happened, Matt. If you're hearing this,
Yes, because he listens. He listens.
Yeah,
he could be. Just saying. Matt could have a thing.
That.
Matt could have a thing for me. All right. I'm just saying. He's a small guy. Maybe he wants a big man in his life. You never know.
You are not hairy enough to be a bear, Brockus.
I'm big and fat enough to be considered a bear. It doesn't matter how hairy I am physically with the body. I still got the beard, bro.
Yeah, you have a beard. That's about it.
65 million a year by the time she sold it, says
Wait. I want to know how he knows that.
Because he's seen me almost naked. We used to live together. I walked around the apartment.
I've also seen the picture of you in the red bikini briefs that is still burned into my mind that I don't ever want to see. Ever.
Oh, hold on. Let me just send that back to you in DMs again. I mean, I'm sending you totally awesome titties from this model I found.
If you send that to me, I'm sharing it on this stream.
I don't give a fuck. Dude, have you not figured out who you're dealing with? You're dealing with a guy who does have pictures out there of me taking my underwear, rolling it up into a thong, and chasing one of my friends around. I'm clearly shameless.
That is awesome.
I would show my dick if it wasn't considered illegal.
God, they're asking for me to share it.
I get drunk at parties and actually show my dick to random people.
Do you actually have it? Did you actually send it to me?
What? No, I didn't actually send it to you.
So I have to actually go find it? God damn it.
Oh, hold on. If you really want that picture, let me just...
They're asking for it in the chat. They want to see it.
I'll show this fucking chat. I don't give a shit. He doesn't want to see me fucking almost completely naked. Wow. Like legit, I am wearing only one article of clothing in the...
You are screen sharing right now. I'm focused on you.
Don't fucking screen share right now! Oh, wait, I'm actually not screen sharing, so it's just focused on my iPhone. Never mind. No, because I was probably about to dox the living shit out of everybody in my life with these pictures. Oh, there it is. Found it. I cannot, in good conscience.
Send it to me. I will block out because I think I know who's in the picture with you. I'll block him out.
Oh no! I don't. Well, I mean, you can. It's just it's one of those things where I was actually about to open my Facebook account to show. So there you go. I've sent you as a picture.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh wait, I am wearing shoes and socks. Just noticed that.
What a combination.
Well, I didn't want to cut my feet up. I walk around and grab.
I forgot how fucking bad this picture was. Are you sure you want me to share this?
Go ahead, I don't give a shit, dude.
All right.
I have literally done the truffle shuffle on the country. You think I care?
All right.
Let's do this.
Look at that sexy bitch. Notice the red bulge under the belly. This could be yours, ladies. Just saying.
Damn, those are some white legs.
I wore at this point I almost never wore shorts. I only ever wore pants, no matter how fucking hot it was. 'Cause every single time I wear shorts, people will gawk at my fucking calves and be like, "Jesus fucking Christ, those are huge!" And they're rock solid, so it's like, yeah, it's basic. If I kick you, it's like you're getting kicked by a horse.
And notice the strategic rake placement to draw notice to his moves.
Yeah. He did not want to cuddle with me, and I was offended.
That was clear.
Yes.
You definitely have that kind of bitch please look going on.
Ishtar says that is such a you want this look.
It is.
Well, Ishtar, funny thing, those were my exact words to him in this picture.
if you notice, he's like, no, I don't.
Yeah, we were smoking a shitload of. This was just before vape actually even was a thing, like before vaping existed and stuff. So everybody in this picture, except for the ex-girlfriend, you can't make out very clearly in the back there. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's a friend's ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend took the picture. Anyways, yeah, the two guys in the picture there are actually like they vape now.
Hashtag the white orc Brockus.
The guy in the beanie's going, damn.
I'm just saying, I don't like guys whose names are Thor and Oak and Shield. Fuck those guys. All right, cutting my hand off.
Has everybody thoroughly screen capped this so they can do what they want with it?
No.
Down now.
Antoine, you need to use this as a thumbnail for this video.
No.
No. But you got to focus on just me. I don't need my buddies to like be in the picture. Yeah, guys, if you want to share around, Brockus in his own mankini, go ahead.
It's going to be the new thumbnail for the proper villains.
No, it ain't.
Oh my God.
We will lose all of our audience if you do that.
Somebody superimpose Brockus' avatar face on that.
Oh no, what would be even better if you actually superimposed my avatar head onto my body, obviously. Zell's avatar head on the guy holding the rake. and Antoine's avatar head on the guy who's squatting down because he's trying not to get in the middle of the two of us, but he's still makes sure Luca's not gonna get broken. That's actually what he was doing. The reason why he's even in that picture is he knew that I was going to continue chasing the guy with the rake, so he was moving all of the hookahs away so they didn't fall over and break and shit.
Someone had some priorities.
Yeah. That sounds entirely justifiable.
Brockus is the confident mankini wearing orc.
Exactly.
I have some respect for you, Brockus. I have some respect for you.
Same
And you
here.
don't look that bad.
I actually slimmed down a lot compared to that picture. Now I do still have the same kind of girth. It's just slimmer and a little more muscular looking.
Right, so I need to come visit California now.
Oh man, I just turned on gas. Okay. I'll take
Somebody needs to put Lo-Fi's avatar's face on that.
If Lo-Fi's watching this, I'm pretty sure she just came. Just saying.
No, not yet. I'm not that easy. I'm not Antoine.
No, I was saying Lo-Fi specifically.
Ouch. I'm not easy.
Oh my God! Don't call me Uncle Brockus. That is so weird.
No.
Because then I'm going to have to get into the Uncle Ruckus.
Oh, God, Grandpa Brockus is here. When did that happen?
For a long time now, I guess. Grandpa Brockus is always with me. God damn it, my shoulder.
At least it's not Uncle Grandpa.
Behold the pale orc, and on him rode death, and hell followed with him. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself because fucking Danny Real Jr. is in the chat saying, "Behold the pale orc."
Oh God!
Well,
All right. Well,
well,
that's a high note to end this on, I think.
We have scarred you effectively.
Wait.
Thank you.
Did we actually finish the article?
No, we don't need to. It's a bunch
No,
of women who
it's-
have their own island. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Guys, I'll build a better island with blackjack and hookers.
Yes, I could be Uncle Ruckus.
I'm liking Cassie's idea.
Goes over there. I second Cassie's idea.
All right. So, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys have any final thoughts to say?
Apparently, the chat wants me to growl for them real quick.
Well, Akuma wants you to growl for him. Are you sure you want to growl for him? He calls you Uncle Brockus.
I know
sure
the
there's-
wife would love to hear the growl.
All right, hold on. Let me just...
All right, here it comes. Brace yourself.
Brockus, think
What?
of vaginal bacon.
You had to go there, didn't you? You son of a bitch.
Yes, he did. He's an instigator. He needs to be punished.
Well, you can always think of Anita Sarkeesian.
I hate that bitch more than life itself. Oh, Akuma came.
Akio says, okay, folks, I have a fundraiser for Antoine on my channel. It's a very short, stupid thing for 10 minutes. Hope you can make it. And there's the link in the chat. If you guys want to join, if you guys want to stop on by and watch that, that would be great.
Okay.
Sure.
So thank you for joining us. Anything else from everybody else besides Brockus growling?
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
problem.
Thanks for joining us once again. And remember, caffeinate or die.